guys, I'm Jennifer, and I'm very excited to be able to share about wind turbine technology and my recent experience volunteering with the Wind Aid Institute in Trujillo, Peru. Wind Aid Institute is based in the northern coast of Peru. It is a nonprofit organization founded in 2006, and as of 2012, it has been internationally recognized as an educational NGO. The team comprises of the wind board members themselves, volunteers, and the communities that are served, and programming's involved volunteering, internships, and educational workshops. So Wind Aid Institute has missions in 3 different areas: education, sustainability, and social. Wind Aid Institute has been able to deliver over 100 different educational workshops to schools, universities, and communities. And this program provides a unique opportunity to promote, educate, and implement renewable energy resources in remote communities. Wind Aid Institute, like I said, is based in Trujillo, Peru, and the furthest impact that they've been able to have was in Catamarca, Peru, which is 13 hours away from Trujillo. So they've been able to do a lot in a very big space. So why Peru and why wind turbines? In Peru, it's estimated that about 7 million people do not have access to electricity. Peru itself is a country full of diverse terrain, from the Andes Mountains to the coastlines to deserts and deep vegetation jungles. So the geography itself can be isolating and provides a lot of challenges with those communities to integrate into the traditional national grid. So by providing wind turbines, we're able to have a local renewable energy source to these communities, allow them to become self-reliant and have energy security and independence. Wind turbines themselves are highly reliable systems, so the maintenance is you don't have to think too much about the maintenance behind them. And the areas that the program are in have very good wind profiles, such as the coastlines or the mountains. So I myself was involved with the 4-week engineering experience. There are programs of varying lengths. Other people came to participate for the 2-week programs, but we truly were a group of international students. I was working alongside volunteers from the UK, London, France, Australia, and others from the United States. And we were fully immersing ourselves in a new country, and for some people, this was their first solo trip abroad. And it was really incredible to be able to come together to work on this project to deliver a 200-watt wind turbine for the rural community and supporting electrical infrastructure. So that includes the battery for storage and the interior lighting of the house itself, as well as the USB ports to charge your appliances. So a little bit about wind turbine technology. On the right, you can see the Wind Aid Institute wind turbine blade, which has a diameter of about 5.5 feet, while on the left you can see a large-scale industrial utility-sized wind turbine with a rotor diameter closer to 200 feet. But both work with the same principles, where the potential energy of wind is captured by the wind blades, and the blades start turning. So this potential energy is now mechanical energy that can be converted into electricity in the generators. So big and small applications. So prior to arriving to Peru, we were provided documentation to review. We were given the manufacturing and installation guide, and I can tell you how excited I was to be able to pore over those documents with my father. As I've seen him on various construction jobs and welding in the past, it was so great to be able to share those documents and see his insights to what my project would involve, which is a lot. We had so many opportunities to get hands-on experiences with either woodworking, metalworking, welding. You could use chemistry for making 2-part foam mixes and the resins and the electrical systems themselves. And so the structure of the program is we're in the workshop from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, with 2 opportunities to go into the community for the installations. The first week is really focused on learning the processes of the production and how to work safely on your given tasks. So when you arrive in Peru, you're given your personal protective equipment. We were given safety glasses, hearing protection, gloves, a jacket, a jean jacket to wear as well. And they wanted to make sure whenever you're working on a task, you're prepared for it. So some images from the actual workshop. In the top left, I'm doing some manual arc welding. I've never welded before, you guys, and this was a great opportunity to learn. And part of my welds are in a structure currently generating power in Peru, which I am very proud about. In the middle photo, you can see we're working on a drill press outside. And the ground is uneven, so you kind of have to get creative with leveling out your work pieces. So that was a little fun challenge there. And on the left, I'm mixing a resin mixture with a power tool. And in the left, you can see that I'm fully adorned in my personal protective equipment, which involves the face mask, your apron, your gloves, and even my feet had coverings because sparks can fly when you're welding, and you don't want anything to catch fire. So. A little bit more about the blade fabrication itself. So the blade has a long metal bar running through the length of it, and so you first place down your carbon fiber, and then you place the metal bar down, and then we inject a foam mixture into a mold. So it comes out a little bit rough, as you can see on the bottom photo, and then we sand it all out, and eventually do the resin finalization. So with the resin process, you have to make the mold an airtight system. So you can see that a lot of clamps going on there, and we had to even put hot glue on top of the bolted areas to really make sure it was airtight. And you test that out by doing the vacuum pump first and listening for leaks. You go around and you patch up the leaks, and then once everything's airtight, you can suspend the resin and let it flow into the mold, and then afterwards you have you wait for it to set for about 24 hours. These images are from the induction motor themselves, so this is what's creating the electricity. We have tightly wound coils, there's 6 of them, which had 70 turns each, so that was a very precise and accurate and repetitive and tedious activity, but to create these wind turbines, it was worth it. Here's a photo with some of my colleagues from Australia with our personal protective equipment on. This was the painting day. The green paint is an epoxy to help prevent against rust, and the final white layer of paint is applied last. So for installation day, like I mentioned, there's 2 days that you go into the community. The first day is to dig the hole and put the foundation inside, and then you return weeks later for the final install. So we completed this installation January 25th, 2024. Raising the wind turbine takes a team. So as you can see on the left, after getting to the work site, you assemble all the material, and then at the bottom I'm there with the winch. So I was sitting there cranking it, raising that wind turbine for just like 2 minutes. It was great. And then here's a little bit more detailed pictures about the controller inside the house that we serviced. And as you can see, prior to the installation, we did not have lighting. We were using our phones, flashlights, to really see what we were working on. But essentially, wind energy comes in from the left side to the circuit breaker, through the inverter, AC to DC, and then for potential application for either storage in the wind battery or in the to go to the housing for interior lighting, or to applications through the USB port. So the location itself presented a challenge because you're 10,000 feet in elevation. You don't have that much oxygen, so you have to be mindful with your body and working at a good pace, as well as packing all your tools and materials. I can't emphasize that enough. You didn't want to be in the middle of the mountain and thinking, dang, I didn't have that important bolt, right? And so it was really great to be able to come together with an international team and gain some confidence and new skills. And I did just want to leave off on a note of wind energy in New York. So it is very exciting. We have recently celebrated Ørsted's project of South Fork Wind coming online. So that is a 132 megawatt project. And that's recently online for New York, so providing clean, renewable energy to our home state here. And we're on as of October 2023, NERSDA has awarded 3 different projects totaling 4,032 megawatts. So going forward, there is a large application for wind energy, both small and large, and I'm very thankful to have been able to share this my experience with you guys today. If you want to learn more about WindAid, that is the QR code reader. Thank you guys so much.
you.